One. Welcome, welcome. I'm here tonight with the Paloucci family. I have Carlo, I have Sofia, Stefano, Giancarlo is also part of the family, but she's not here with us. Bianca, and Linda. Welcome. Thanks for being with us today. I have the pleasure to speak with different families about their experience during this pandemic, and I had so that in the family they go to Loyola. So maybe Stefano can talk to us about how has this pandemic, how do you experience this pandemic through Loyola?
I find Loyola High School has helped us throughout this pandemic on many levels, but even though the churches were closed and everything, we couldn't attend school for our monthly masses, they still found a way to connect us to God, even though you're not really religious, like some people I know at school. They still find a way to do online virtual masses, which brought us as a school closer. It brought our school activities, school faith, school community closer by celebrating, whether it's being the pass of one of our teachers or the graduates of this year, the school all connecting together and celebrating this moment. And that really brought us closer together as a whole. And I find Loyola High School has done a great job doing that, involving the Catholic Church and our faith experiences we shared all together.
Very nice, very nice. Thanks for your sharing of that experience. I know that one of the girls goes to heart. Yes. So how do you go through this? How does your school help you, and then through you, your family, through this time?
So I know my school, the Sacred Heart School in Montreal, did an amazing job during the quarantine and continuing what they were doing before. As we did not complete the entire year with all the activities and projects we were looking forward to, I was really impressed on how quickly the students, the faculty and staff got together to continue the learning we had at school, at home. So all of the staff was always there for us, and it took their time every day of the week except for Mondays to teach us from 9 to 12. And during the home learning, the school didn't involve only the students, but all the families, as they hosted like Kahoot nights, so like game nights such as bingo night or Kahoot night, that the prefects hosted. So since we didn't have prizes this year, the teachers and staff did an awesome job at hosting a Zoom meeting and a beautiful slideshow presentation. And also the GAAs, the Girls Athletic Association, which I am part of, put together a very successful virtual sports banquet ceremony that took several weeks to put together. Mm-hmm. There was never a change during this pandemic. Like at school, we continued our masses virtually, like at Loyola, and including the Grand Mass. So thank you to Father Giordano for taking the time to host a beautiful virtual Mass that really brought our religion and faith closer than ever. During the last weeks of school, I realized that my school continued the successes that they already achieved, and that I couldn't thank everyone at school enough for the hard work they put into getting all this together. What the Sacred Heart School Montreal achieved during the difficult time was just incredible, and I'm so lucky to say I go to this amazing Catholic school, which reinforced our values, the beliefs, and the faith already shared. Not only our school was brought together, but all the Sacred Heart schools around the world were connected with the help of our 5 goals. So, and in conclusion, the reason why we achieved this is because faith brought us together, and that by believing in God and each other, we will get through this tough time together.
Thank you very much, Bianca. Thank you very much. That's a great testimony about your school life. The last question is for the parents, maybe for Carlo or for Linda. What can you tell us about your own experience as parents through going through this time? I think 3 months more from confinement in these difficult times. How have you grown? What have you learned as parents?
Well, the confinement was difficult for everyone, but I'll be honest with you, it was business as usual for the kids. They had, again, Bianca mentioned it, great support from both Loyola and Sacred, and awesome awesome faculty there that did a great job during. They turned around really quickly, so we had basically a kind of a regular routine happening. But the most important thing we found was really getting to know each other even more as a family. We're a busy crowd. We're a busy family. We have 5 children, and we're always on the go with activities. So the weeks go by real quick, and like I mentioned earlier, we don't have the opportunity sometimes of doing the other things that we forget or take for granted. So these confinement, or the times that we had during this confinement, got us to slow down a little bit in our everyday activities, but also cherish the moments and be able to do things that we often didn't have. Example, like putting together a garden in the back, and doing playing board games more often, or just going for walks together as a family. And as I mentioned, we're not too far from a church at home, and the bells would be going out going on every day at noon. They would ring the bell, so that kind of energized the day for us, and we would hear those bells, and it would make us really feel well. So it was a beautiful moment, although it was tough for a lot of people. We turned it into a positive thing in the last couple of months. So
very, very good. Linda, you were saying something? Sorry.
Saying that, like my husband mentioned, that we did activities together. So we had some recipes. Sophia, our little daughter here, had her own restaurant in the basement. So every night we had to attend and reserve, and then she would even have a menu for under 12 years old for Massimo. And we are in the sign business, so my husband brought some signs at home, cafe, resto, and we put the Christmas lights, so we put an ambiance for her, and she was very proud. So she was cooking for us, and it was great. And sometimes Giancarlo would play piano, and Sophia or the other Stefano, Massimo, or Bianca playing drums. So they would actually do shows at night for us, and sing and do theater. So we keep ourselves busy. And now what is hard is to go back to the routine that we have to go back to work and have less time at home with our children. But we were already very involved with them. We give a lot of time to our kids, and this time was different because we were home every day with them. And it's hard to go back to routine now because we don't have them 24/7. And fate brought us even to confirm the values that we have. And, when there's love in family, you can beat anything. Like the COVID-19 is a very negative thing for us, for everyone in this world. But if you try to find the positive things in it, it's easier to go through this. And it's like they say, ça va bien aller.
Right.
So,
very nice. Well, thank you very much to you all. Thanks for your testimony and for being there. And
Massimo wanted to add a little thing.
Massimo,
He's a bit shy, but if it's okay with you, he shared something at school in March when it started.
okay.
Go ahead, Massimo.
COVID-19 is a disease that came from China. To be more specific, from bats and pigs.
Just going to speak a bit louder so we can hear you.
He wrote something in the month of March at school because their teachers asked them to write something about COVID and what they think about that. And it was done in March, I think the 10th of March. So you wanted to share this.
Go ahead.
COVID-19 is a disease that came from China. To be more specific, from bats and pigs. This is a deadly disease. Most of the people that die from it are people that are old, from the age 70 to 95. There was a lady I saw on the TV that survived, and she was 102 years old. That is crazy. So basically, any age can die from it, but you can also survive. Italy is doing really bad. 645 people died from the COVID-19 in one day. My parents once told me that this is a lot worse than the World War II, and I believe them. Hopefully it gets better so I could play baseball this summer. I saw something on the news, and it was a 6-week-old baby that died from the COVID-19. Hopefully the virus will slowly stop spreading. There are so many people that have the COVID-19, it is crazy. I can't believe that this is happening. I feel bad for the people that are homeless and the people that cannot work because of the pandemic. We wake up one morning and we watch the news and we just see the numbers going up and up, 10 to 30, then the numbers get bigger like 100,000. My mom told me another story about a 90-year-old lady living in Italy. She had the virus and she said, I had a good life, so give the chance for our younger men or women to have the chance to use the ventilators. My mom had shivers while watching this. Me too, when I read that, I got shivers. If my grandparents would still be alive, they would be so sad to see what's going on in Italy. I am so lucky to have many siblings because we can play and do activities together. I can't imagine how long it must be if you're only one child. Even though I have many siblings, it is sometimes boring because they have online classes for the whole day. I do not know how I'm gonna go through the rest of this quarantine. I wish we could go back to school and see all our friends and teachers, and we could go back to play baseball.
So beautiful. Thank you very much to you all. Thanks for being there, and enjoy your family time. And thanks for your testimony that will encourage other families to do much more. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Bye-bye.